On what? There wasn't really any kind of a journey here. After the flesh fair, what happened? They went to go see Dr. No, then they came here. Every conflict along the way in this film is either void of meaning or more manufactured than the robot boy himself. For example, we are told in the beginning that once these new kid robots get into a family, a series of words must be spoken which will activate their love. I can't even believe I just said that. And after this, they will love the parents forever. But here's where the manufactured retardation comes in. Once this is done, they can't make these kids unlove the parents, ever, which means that they will have to be devoted to them forever and can never be resold. So if an adopted parent decides they don't want to keep the child, they can return it for any freaking reason, and it will have to be destroyed. They'll be bankrupt in a year. What kind of business sense does that make? Imagine if everything worked that way. We're going to make each PS3 for only one specific owner. If the owner gets tired of it or doesn't like it, bring it back to Sony for destruction. We'll just keep on making new ones for new customers. What is the point of making a mega expensive product if there is zero possibility of resale? The reason this retardation was written into the screenplay is because it gives David a stock, one-way conflict. David will be destroyed if they don't keep him. Stephen, why do you have to do that? How can you not see that giving them the ability to make David unlove Monica would have created an even better and more meaningful conflict? First, David's love for Monica should never have been due to a spoken code. It should have evolved naturally. Then when they decided they can't keep him, he should have been returned to his maker and told that he will be reset, only to proclaim that he would rather die than not love Monica anymore. You had a perfectly good and meaningful conflict right there, and you squandered it just to play it safe. AI is once again lazy science fiction and lazy storytelling. It never seems to really care about itself enough to engage us in anything but a situational quest story. And let's not forget the bullshit ending. I'll sum this up for you real quick. What? The only things in the film that I really liked were when the audience at the Flesh Fair couldn't tell the difference between David and a real boy. Boy howdy, that was almost an idea. And the character David, while not offering much in the way of character or personality, does gradually behave more and more human as the film goes on. That was well done. Other than that, the film was one big missed opportunity. Now, the only reason I'm mentioning this is because if I don't bring this up, I'll be asked why I didn't bring it up for the rest of my life. This film was originally going to be a Stanley Kubrick film, but Steven took over after the man's death. The reason I wasn't going to bring that up is because that fact is really just a trivia question at this point. Kubrick had been working on AI on and off for decades. A few writers came and went on the project, and Steven and Stanley went back and forth on which one was going to direct, but the final product Steven produced is worlds away from the movie that Kubrick would have made. This is not a Stanley Kubrick movie. His credit at the beginning is more sentimental and honorary than anything else. The only thing worse than a bad movie is a bad movie that had so much potential to be good, but fails because the writer wasn't willing to go anywhere meaningful with it. And that is exactly what AI turned out to be. About the best I can say for it is that it wasn't god-fucking awful, but it was bad, and it didn't need to be. No real anger here, just lots and lots of shame.